So this will be an example of how the students in my English 098 class are coached through the writing process for a comparison contrast essay looking at the similarities and differences between a novel and the film adaptation of that novel. So if you can't tell by the picture, this is for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl, with of course the film adaptation directed by Tim Burton. So after we've gone through the entire novel and looked at each specific chapter, we get to the point where they need to prep for writing the essay. Their introduction needs to include a quote, the copyright information for the novel, a synopsis of the novel, the copyright information for the film, and a thesis statement that is following the comparison contrast format. And so at certain points, they're given specific examples to help them along the way. So here we've got an example of between the novel and the 1998 film Les Miserables, starring Liam Neeson and directed by Billy August. There are a lot of similarities and differences. Now, obviously, if they're doing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's not going to be talking about Les Miserables. But this gives them the date, it gives them the title, it gives them the starring actor, it gives them the director, and they have already, in that same paragraph, mentioned the novel. And so by breaking it down into small pieces, it helps them along their way. When they have done all those tiny pieces for the introduction, they again are given a chance to take their copyright information for the novel, the quote that they had, and their one sentence explaining why that quote is important, and turn it into the very first part of the introductory essay. The very first part of the introductory paragraph. So again, they're given an example that they can follow. And when it comes time for them to focus on the differences, it's broken up into small pieces for them, and they're given, again, an example of how they're supposed to format their paragraph that is looking at either similarities or differences in one particular aspect of the film and novel. Now, ultimately, if they followed all of these steps, they should get to a point of being able to take all of these little bits and pieces and turn it into a longer 5-paragraph essay. And so, as you saw earlier in the Prezi, there's the color coding to help them understand which parts are happening. I also color code the transition words and phrases for them because that's a very particular area of focus in English 098. And so again, they're given an example that they can use as their model when they're writing their own essays.